video. Hopefully you guys are having a great Friday night tonight. Decided to throw up a little bit of a live video, a little bit of a chat. First time to the channel, thanks for stopping by. First 10 minutes of the video like this, I usually will review the beer and then maybe get into a little chat if people want to talk a little bit tonight. But I'm going to look at one tonight from Hoof here in Ohio. And it's going to be one of their sour IPAs that they actually did as a collaboration. So here is the beer actually here. And it's called Don't Microwave It, Don't Boil It. It's a sour IPA with raspberry, lime zest, vanilla, and milk sugar. So here's a little bit more of a look. I'm going to turn it around. It's kind of got some guy there who is tied up to a chair. Just don't know what's going on with that, with a big piece of looks like grapefruit behind them. So kind of interesting. You take a look at the label in itself. This is what you really have is right there on the label, and you can kind of see the make out of it all there. It's done with Hoof Brewing and also Dissolver, brewed until surreal. So that's another brewery in this collaboration. 6% ABV, nice pint-sized can. Says 46 degrees. Drink fresh. This one was actually canned on 2/3, so we are actually 18 days out. It is one that I actually picked up on my last visit to Columbus. Cut the lights off in the back so you can kind of see the can a little bit better here. And there it is. Don't microwave it. Don't boil it. Sour IPA. Get a little closer so it'll zoom in. If it wants to zoom in. Camera's got a mind of itself sometimes. Hey, what's going on, Erie? How are you doing? And we're going to leave it like that. It doesn't want to work with me tonight for whatever reason. So, let's go ahead and get this baby into the glass. It's going to have, I'm sure, a nice little bit of bitterness in it, being an IPA, but it should have some sour behind it with the grapefruit on the label. Kind of expecting a nice little fruity tone, and with the raspberry in there. That should add a little bit of a citrusy, tropical feel, possibly. The milk sugar should add a little bit of a creamier layering type effect as well. Wow, it pours like it's cranberry juice almost coming out of the can here. Look at that color on it. That's a pretty cool reddish color, I would say. And now the head on it's already fizzing down, which on a sour beer, you don't keep a head for as long usually, so came out just under a finger and it's already breaking down rather easily. There you can see kind of the reddish tint of the beer. You can see some of the carbonation, I think, in there as well. That is also taking place. I'm kind of digging it though. I'm digging that little color on it. Have some clarity. You can kind of make out some stuff on the other side, my fingers and everything. Although cannot see all the way through. I guess you can kind of say it's like a ruby red color. Kind of like that pink grapefruit. Yeah, I agree. It is a pretty color area. On the nose, grapefruit. I can see why they put a big slice there on the can. That is definitely something that jumps right off initially. I do pick up a little bit of the raspberries as well. But getting a nice citrusy feel off the beer itself. You can just tell it's going to have a big burst of that grapefruit. Let's get the taste. It's not bad. You definitely get hit with a good amount of acidity. You get a nice astringency there in the flavor. It does have a drying effect that dries it out some in the back end on the mouth. Can really feel it in the cheek area. Causing me to suck the cheeks in a little bit more to get some of that flavor. The tartness is there in the beginning, but it actually comes down rather quickly on the back end, so it's not really lingering. I'm not really feeling too much in the throat area like I get with some beers. This one is all up front for the most part. A little bit of that carbonation you're getting on the tongue as well. It almost has a spritzer type feel to the beer. What's going on, Blake? Cheers, my friend. That puckering sensation Definitely hits you when you take that little bit bigger of a gulp of the beer. You can really feel the flavor to the front of the mouth, like I said, and the tip of that tongue. Raspberries are coming through in the taste. I thought that the milk sugar would add a little bit more of a layering effect in the texture, but it's really not doing it in any type of way there. Um, Maybe it's actually offsetting the tartness of the beer where it's not overly tart. A lot of times when you have that milk sugar, it ends up putting a little bit more of a smooth, velvety type feel into the beer, but not getting it as much with this one. Taking a bigger gulp brings a little bit more of that scratchiness into the throat. The one I just took that time definitely made it feel more like an IPA as that scratchiness went down. Kind of left with a little bit of a lingering effect that's kind of like a weaker type now later candy. Not overly in flavor, but just there. And you do have a little bit of a thinness that has a little bit of a watery type feel. It's not anything that really jumps out as much, but you definitely feel a little bit more of that lightness of it. And it is a little bit lighter to medium in the body as well. But an easy one that you can sit back and crush if you're a fan of some of the old spritzer type drinks, or you like the little carbonated type drinks. Maybe seltzers are your thing as well. You kind of get a little bit of that bubbly feel with this. So this might be something, if you like sours, you can actually enjoy. Doesn't go to the full seltzer angle, of course, but it does give you kind of that old school. I want to look at my mind. I always think like, when I think spritzer, I think of stuff like Bartles and James like that and everything. But it's got like a cooler type feel. It's kind of got a little bit of that happening, which is weird for it being the kind of beer that it is. But in my mind, I think back to when we used to drink some of like the kind of the lighter type wine type cooler type feel. I almost get a feel of that with this one. But if you're a fan of not having anything overly sour, then this one does just enough where it's not going to actually be too much for you. What's up, Paul? What's going on, brother? But I dig it. I mean, Erie says, yeah, love Now and Laters. I was a Now and Laters fan as well as a kid growing up. I have some of these sour IPAs, and they're more of a bite to them, kind of like sweet tarts. I have some that are kind of like Now and Laters, as far as I relate to some of the stuff. And this one's definitely a little bit more of a lighter type feel, and it's kind of more of that, a lighter Now and Later type candy. But a nice looking beer. Sour wise, not one of the best sours I've had out there, but decent enough that I'll finish drinking this. Was it worth $15.99 for a 4-pack of these? For me, I would say it probably wasn't. I think something like this versus what I would have got like with Urban Artifact here at $11.99 or maybe 12, or even some of their stuff at $14.99 a 4-pack would have been better than what I paid for that for $15.99. But you never know because you're going in blindly, checking out new beers, and sometimes they get you on something. They got the hype around Hoof. I only see them a couple times a year, so decided to pick this one up. Not hating it, but definitely not the best value I got on the beer here. Paul, my cat surprised me today with the newborn kitten, so I had to do a beer review to celebrate. Well, there you go. I do like sweet tart vibe, especially in New England style. Yeah, like in those, some of the ones I've had there, definitely got a little bit more of a sweet tart type thing. And those will sometimes leave a little bit more of an aftertaste. Like this one, the initial to the finish, it stops rather easily, so you're not getting overly done where it's lingering around as much. Hey, what's going on, Big Tim Hill News? Cheers. Thanks for stopping in. First time. Hopefully you like some of the videos here and you subscribe and join along. Glad to have you on board, my friend. If you like beer, you'll like here. And also in the chat, we got PA Brew News, who also does beer on his channel, so you can also check him out too. But welcome. And I'll check you out as well. Is there some stuff going on your channel? Definitely let us know what you're actually doing there as well. And Erie says hello to Big Tim as well. But yeah, a little bit lighter of a sour. Not a bad one to give a try to if you are a sour fan. Temper expectations. I would say it's decent, but it's not great. That's the way I wouldn't leave it like that. So I'll end up putting my score on Untapped. If you do follow me on Untapped, you can actually see it there. For those of you that just got in, here's also a look at that label from Hoof with their collab here with Dissolver and the Don't Microwave It, Don't Boil It Sour IPA. I would like to see more sour IPAs out there. I thought last year we would have saw more pop up than we actually did. It just seemed like that was the next play for some of the craft breweries to follow. So maybe we will, although now a lot of them are into kind of doing the lager thing and they're trying to make these different craft lagers. So lagers may end up winning 2020 here, but I would like to see some more sour IPAs done as well. I think that'd be a cool thing. And also, if you didn't know, make sure you check out the website too. On the website, I post other things that aren't always just videos. Sometimes I put articles out there or there are stories. Like I'll put a press release out from different breweries. So if you haven't been to RajBeerVentures.com, you can also check that out as well to see what other things are happening out in the beer world. But overall, a nice little beer. I'm going to finish this. I'm actually going to jump over and check out Blake TV and his Friday Night Throwdown. But I thought I'd throw something up here and say hello and thank everybody for watching. And last night we had a crazy long BeerVentures show, which it got a little crazy. We went off the tracks a little bit, but it was a great debate, great discussion of stuff. And the big thing is people, were involved and entertained, and we had a blast. So hopefully if you caught that, you were along for the ride and had a good time there too. I know we went late into the night last night, but those are fun. And the beer flow shows are always, we talk about some beer, but they're more of an open discussion, so anything can actually pop up on those. So just know that when you check out the beer flow stuff. Most of the other stuff on the channel I do are mainly, obviously, around beer. And like I said, if you like beer, then you're in the right spot for it. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Erie said I hate missed the rest of it. I was exhausted. Yeah, it was a long one. I actually took it offline and I went to bed because I had to get up and work in the morning. Some of those guys didn't, and they kept going. So I should have had a way to record bonus after footage and put back up. But yeah, it was a good discussion towards the end and stuff. So it was all good by the end. I told them to take part 2 tonight over to Blake's Friday Night Throwdown so people can continue the discussion. So let's see what happens over there if people do show up. And if you don't know about Blake's Friday Night Throwdown, that is Blake TV. That's where I'm going to be heading right now. So if you want to check him out, swing on over for that too. That being said, thanks for swinging by. I look forward to catching you guys next time. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Tonight was a little bit of a quick one, which is fine. I'll be putting up some more stuff tomorrow. I'm actually going to be doing some different series of videos. So I know some of the guys like some of the shorter, just straight beer reviews and stuff. So I'll be starting to put those up again. Because I can't keep doing lives every night for one. But I like to do lives if I could every night. But I can't really drink every night when I do some of these lives. So I'm going to spread that out a little bit more. And then maybe do some other lives around other stuff where I won't be drinking. But things around the beer community. But thanks for tuning in. Nave, what's going on? Just about to end it right now. It was a short one, but we're going over to Blake TV because Blake TV has the Friday Night Throwdown. See you guys all over there. And if you don't make it, keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.